hard to stop. I mean, I gotta say, every time we choose Yes, Yes, Yes as our song for the month, there just seems to be even more joy at our Sunday services, don't you think? I mean, it's hard to sit in our seats, or at least sit still in our seats, while we're singing yes, yes, yes. And it's harder still to sit still in our life when we're saying yes, yes, yes to life within us. The joy that comes with saying yes to life causes us to be in spiritual, vibrational, receiving mode. Open within us to the good that life has for us. It makes us so non-resistant to good that the source of our good can't miss the clear beam of receiving energy that we're emitting. We're just out there saying yes, yes, yes. When we say yes to life, it says yes right back to us by bringing the good we've asked for into our life in ways we can't resist. Yes is an invitation of celebration. When we say yes to life, we say it by feeling good about life as we live it. There's no greater way for us to express our gratitude and appreciation to the holy source of all that exists than to be grateful for our own existence. When we feel good about being alive because it just feels good to be alive, we're saying thank you for who I am and what I have right now. And that grateful feeling keeps us open to more and more good in our life. Beautiful surprises throughout our day. Maybe an unexpected flower or an animal or a smile. Maybe a sweet fragrance or a refreshing breeze. Life is always loving us wherever we are and bringing good to us in so many beautiful ways. Gratitude, appreciation for life is a high vibration that multiplies positive creation in our life. Self-pity puts a kink in our receptivity. Gloominess puts a damper on our light beam. And hopelessness, the weight of it and the weight of unworthiness keeps us from flying in those high realms where there's only good waiting for us. But when we feel high on life, there's no stopping our happy experiences because there's no resistance in us to being happy. When my son was just a little guy, maybe 2 or 3, and he was just learning how to put words together, he would always say, if he wanted something, please and thank you in the same breath, even before he got whatever it was he was asking for. And I always loved that he was saying thank you, even before he got it, which always got him whatever he wanted anyway. But our saying yes to life is like breathing please and thank you into our every moment, even before we receive in form or expression whatever it is we're asking for. Yes opens us to the givingness of the love that is God. It opens us to receiving more of the love that lives within us and all around us. More of the good created for us, as Grateful Jim loves to say, you cannot outgive God. We say yes to the divine giver of good, to the divine source energy that is the giver to all that is. By turning our focus away from unwanted conditions and circumstances and from what appears to be missing in our life, and turning within with our focus on the presence of the holy unseen. And as we do, we're able to allow the goodness of life to come in to our awareness, into view, in our vision. Our inner focus causes a vibration of clarity and peace and well-being that naturally draws us to and naturally draws to us all the experiences and solutions that we want. Now, there are those who believe that there is just too much negativity in this world for anyone to stay calm. That there is just too much going on for anyone to turn away rather than discuss it in length and detail and then fight against it. They believe that those who don't join in the drama and fight the appearance of negativity around them, but choose instead to feel the peace and well-being that is available to everyone, no matter what, that those who do it are looking at this world through rose-colored glasses, and that they are naive and ineffective and lack purpose. In fact, Henry David Thoreau wrote, "The path of least resistance leads to crooked rivers and crooked men." Churchill said, "Victory will never be found by taking the path of least resistance." What the path of least resistance is, what it truly is, and the power that it has to bring about manifestations of good into this world is often misunderstood. I mean, plays and books of admiration have been written about those who resisted taking the path of least resistance so much that they traveled the path that was just jam-packed full of resistance, like Don Quixote in The Man of La Mancha, who chose to bear unbearable sorrow as he fought the unbeatable foe. And we feel inspired because victory over things in this world is sweet, if only momentary. But there are those who believe we can't prove how powerful we are without putting up a fight and overcoming adversity. In fact, motivational speaker Brian Tracy said the natural tendency of all human behavior is toward the path of least resistance. When you resist this tendency, you become stronger and more powerful. want to overcome adversity. The most motivational millionaires aren't those who are born into money or those who make money easily. It's the ones who have lost it all and got it back again. That we admire. We all want to overcome whatever adversity comes along. We want to fight the good fight to help us feel more powerful and stronger. We put up a fight against health challenges and relationship challenges and whatever else in our life challenges us. But it's important for us to become aware that the fight is always within us. That nothing has power over us outside of our own mind. We give any challenge the power it has through our power of belief in it, our focus on it, and our attempts to get rid of it. Abraham Hicks tells us resistance is about believing that you are vulnerable or susceptible to something not wanted and holding a stance of protection, which only holds you in a place of not letting in the well-being that would be there otherwise. Our natural tendency toward the path of least resistance isn't a human desire to be lazy. It isn't about saying la-di-da, whatever. It's the path through which our every prayer is answered. It's the path through which what we ask for can be given to us. And sometimes that path can seem hard and difficult for us. It's been said, be careful what you ask for, because you're going to get it. But truly, the only thing we need to be careful of when we ask is that we're open to receiving it. Sometimes we have so much resistance to seeing something differently, that what we see doesn't appear at all to us like answered prayer. Not one of us, not ever, has prayed for anything but something good. No one anywhere, no matter who, no matter what, is asking to receive anything other than good. Good is always given to everyone with a resounding, universal yes. Yes to good. Yes to all the ways good is. It's our continued focus on the unwanted, or what's missing, that keeps us from receiving our good easily. For example, we might want a new job, and we might have even prayed for a new job. But because we stay focused day after day on everything we don't like about our current job, we're not letting a new job even come into our awareness. So it has to come to us along a path of least resistance. We might get fired from that job, before we even consider actually getting a new job, or the business could go out of business, before we even start looking around for something new. A teacher of mine in the School of Ministry told the story about going to see a woman in the hospital who had a serious broken leg. I don't know if there's any that aren't so serious. She had a broken leg. And in those days, back in those days, if you recall, they put a really heavy cast on the leg and on the foot, and then they put all that in a sling hanging from the ceiling to keep it elevated. Remember that? So when he walked in, it was a pretty shocking experience. And so when he saw her, he said, "Don't worry about a thing. We'll pray that leg healed in no time." And she said, "Please don't. I have been asking for rest away from my husband and my children, and now I have it." Her request for rest was answered and might have come to her more easily, but it came to her in her own, along her own unique path of least resistance. Everything that comes to us, no matter how it appears to be in that moment, has something good in it for us. The very good that we've asked for is right there, no matter how things appear. But we have to be open to that good in order to see it for what it is and feel good about it. And sometimes the way things look makes that difficult. But Abraham Hicks tells us, when you decide to focus on joyous feelings, which is the same thing as saying no resistance, which is the same thing as being in the receiving mode, you are practicing the art of allowing, which is the title of today's talk. A focus on joyous feelings causes us to be in spiritual, vibrational, receiving mode, open to the good that life has for us, the very good we said we want. When we feel good about being alive, just because we're alive to feel good about it, when we say thank you for who I am and what I have right now, no matter how things may look right now, I know it's good. We're practicing the art of allowing. Then the law of attraction is able to move our good from there to here, or from the invisible realm of yesness to outside where we can see the yes answered in a split second, because there's no resistance in us to receiving it. When we practice the art of allowing, the source of our good can't miss us. It can't miss our receiving energy, and we can't miss its giving. When we say yes to life, it says yes right back to us, and we're able to receive the good we've asked for in ways that we recognize. We actually can connect the dots from having a broken leg to getting the rest we prayed for. And we're able to receive our good more easily in ways that we truly want. Saying yes to life is like breathing please and thank you into our every moment, even before we see in form and expression the thing that we've asked for. Our yes is a proclamation of trust in a universe that loves us. It opens us to more of God that'll ever be greater than anything that we could ever see or even want on our own alone. When we focus on joyous feelings, we find thoughts and things that we feel good about easily. We don't have to look hard. They're just easy to see. We're inspired to more thoughts and more conversations and more movements and more actions that reflect our good feeling. The art of allowing isn't about inaction. It's not about sitting around and saying la-di-da and whatever. It's powerful. It's powerful. And we can practice it anytime we choose. It's about our willingness to call life good, however it appears on our path at any time, because we know that what we see is as much good as we've allowed ourselves to see. It's about no resistance, and in a state of no resistance, we experience more and more joyful moments that cause our life to shine from the inside out. It's a shine that heals whatever it shines upon. It's a shine that disappears the darkness in this world. We live and move and have our being in the light of God, in the goodness that is and is always. We live and move and have our being in the kingdom of heaven. We've never left it. We've only stopped allowing its appearance along our path. In some recordings that were made in Healing Through Self-Love, Jeshua tells us, you can be found nowhere but in the kingdom. And the kingdom is joy. And the kingdom is creation and creativity. And the kingdom is compassion. And the kingdom is love. And the kingdom is just about this much willingness. That's all. The tiniest bit of willingness can work miracles. So, the question this morning is, do we have enough willingness, the size of a grain of mustard seed, to let miracles flow through us? Because they will. We can't resist them. And they can't resist us when we're willing to practice the art of allowing. Namaste. Yes, yes, yes.